Good to be with you today as we talk a little bit more about the Lord's Prayer, because we've been going through that on Sundays and it's been really quite good. Have you found it good?
Yeah, I have.
You have?
Praying the Lord's Prayer. I like the fact that we put praying, because it's not just about the Lord's Prayer. It's about, this is the prayer Jesus taught us, and what does it mean to pray it?
Yep.
And not just pray it off rote and not even think about it, but what we've been doing is exploring each and every phrase with some great depth.
And what I really, one thing that came home to me the other day was just reflecting what you preached, Stephen, about when Jesus was in the garden and he said, if not your will, but not my will, but your will be done. He is actually using that very same prayer himself in his moment of dire need.
Yep.
He's praying it, and I think that was a really interesting reflection. I hadn't put that together
those two
before.
connections together. Which is just a little indication, isn't it, that this is not only just a prayer that Jesus taught. The reason Jesus taught it is this is what Jesus prayed it.
Yeah.
This was his prayer. And last Sunday, when Michael really shared about "Give us this day our daily bread," was really a lovely different take on it, which you weren't there to hear, so you need to stop and listen to it. And if you missed it, I really encourage you to. It was a really, really insightful way of looking at that part of the prayer. Give us today, this day, our daily bread.
Yeah.
But what it made me think about, what Michael said, and as we've been going through the different weeks, is how does going through this series change the way I pray? Does it change? And I think that's the point. Praying the Lord's Prayer, how do we take the things we're learning and applying them to our prayer life?
Yep. That sounds good. Well, it's interesting. I haven't specifically asked myself that question. However, I've just, in my daily devotions and reading, I've just finished going through the book of Isaiah, and that was interesting just in terms of all the prophecy to do with Jesus. But I've decided now to go straight on to the New Testament and just try and get through the whole New Testament in the rest of the year. I think partly bouncing off all the things we've been learning about Jesus and what he's been what we've been learning about Jesus and the Lord's Prayer. So that's part of my reaction and response.
Well, for me, just doing the preparation on the one, your kingdom come, your will be done, has caused me to think about a whole lot of things about what do I expect to see God doing in my life and where do I see the kingdom at work around me. Not necessarily in those who would call themselves Jesus followers, but actually doing things that are really low. I watched a little video of a mother this morning from Israel whose son, 20 years old, was killed by Hamas. And it's deeply moving, but she says, no vengeance, not in my name should there be vengeance. We need to love, we need to understand what's going on. I just thought, there's something.
What a snapshot of what's going on.
Just a one. And coming forward to what Matt's speaking about this Sunday, forgive us our sins as we forgive those who sin against us. It's just really profound. In fact, I think Matt might even play it on Sunday.
Okay,
it's
well, that'll be something to look forward to. Well, maybe not.
So what about you? How is this series changing the way you pray, and how are you taking the things that we're applying and applying them to your prayer life?
Yeah. Have a think about that. Let us know.
Yeah.
It'd be good to hear from you. See you next time.